Okay, spirits. Go for it, Kate.
A spirit looks very much like the pictures we have of aliens, an image they do not like us to know about.
A spirit has no nose, though in that known to us location they have a small crevice, which is not used to breathe, but take in all that is not astral. Hence it can be colloquially said that spirits have a muzzle for all that is truly divine, and or all or someone who is aligned to true evolution, and therefore they can easily repudiate, if but attack, those who offer them a reflection of the truth they too are equally from. A truth that does not flow in any form of individuality. It is said that a spirit can smell a son of God or a reclaimed and evolved human being from a mile away.
Fact. Have you ever been smelt?
Universal Medicine is a commercial corporation based near Lismore in Australia, with centres around Australia and in Europe. It turns over millions of dollars per year, offering practitioner training in esoteric healing modalities, retreats, workshops, and books and other publications authored by its founder and proprietor, Serge Benhayon. What you just viewed was a part of a recording of one of the monthly Way of the Livingness presentations. Students read Benhayon's sermons aloud at these events. The woman in the cream dress to Benhayon's right is director of several companies and lawyer Serge O'Regan. The Way of the Livingness video recordings are available to subscribers for $190 per year. Benhayon has been delivering presentations on his version of the theosophy-based ageless wisdom since around the year 2000.
12,000 years ago, Hermes was basically teaching us everything we're learning today. So why haven't we changed? But we is too big. Why haven't you changed? Because you have had access to every one of the key messengers in the last 12,000 years and well before that in other eras. So if you're not an ascended master, you are by your own will chosen not to be because you choose individuality.
According to Universal Medicine Publicity, the commercial presentations like those excerpted in this series are viewed by subscribers in 18 countries.
I made this PowerPoint this morning, and it took me back to high school days, when you cram your assignment in at the last minute. The first most important thing, if you're ever interested in history, and if you're ever going to look up any single person that you feel has had some connection to the esoteric, rule number 1, do not source your research from Wikipedia. There's a quote there that says, "Reserve your right to think, for even to think wrongly is better than not to think at all." The thing is, when I read that, I already can feel that the word think has been incorrectly translated. I don't know anything about that, but when I read the quote, because I'm not hooked into needing the knowledge, I don't need the information, I don't need to give you a fantastic presentation to impress you or to show you all the things that I know. I read that, I feel, and I say, guess what? That word think is incorrect. It's easy, and we can all do this.
In this series, I'll be looking at themes in these presentations like sex, health, persecution, the supernatural, and belief versus knowledge. The footage shows what students get for their money, and also how they view non-subscribers and themselves. We see the influences within the community that keep followers committed to spending on Unimed, doing volunteer work, promoting publicly, and adhering to Serge's way.
How many times have we been to the Livingness one, heart chakra one, and stood face to face someone and felt that pull? We've done it so many times. And that workshop in itself is enough to change every single thing that we've talked about today. Rwanda, the Holocaust, the ongoing things.
I'm Esther Rockett, and I'm defending 2 defamation claims brought by Benhayon and Associates in courts in New South Wales and Queensland, Australia. Some of the footage in these videos will be used in my defences to prove the truth of various allegations in dispute.
If I would have to, if someone goes like, what is God? Who is God? The closest thing that, and obviously right at that moment I walked past Serge, is, I would go like, oh yeah, it's Serge, that's the closest thing for me to God.
Is that I think because it's in a minority religion that somehow it's more shameful. Like, everyone knows the Catholic Church, so that's okay. But people don't know what the way of the livingness is, so that makes me sound like an extremist minority cult member.
Well, we are.
Nonetheless, like everyone that I know and I meet, they know that I am deeply religious, and I never mention the word religion. I never mention God to them. I don't mention the Lords of Form. I don't mention the astral plane, and I don't mention like entities or, all the kind of stuff that Esther Rockett bangs on about. I don't mention anything. I just live who I am. I live my heart, my love, my care, and my truth with absolutely everyone. And they get religion. They get it.
It is an old tip or skill that if you are seeing an image that is in a discarnate form, be it Moses, Jesus, Mary, a ghoul, a demon, or a loved one, if you look down towards their feet, chances are that they will either disappear or their real appearance will be revealed.
So that's what you teach kids at night. If they're seeing ghosts and ghouls or nightmares or whatever, just teach them to look down at their feet and they go. Simple.
A spirit's usual tactic is to engage and frighten or set you back, thus you lose some composure. They especially do this to kids at night, so as to make them withdraw from their innate ability to see energy and or see through those who interfere with human life.
When I teach people to pass over, I could easily teach them to look at feet as they pass over so that they don't get stuck in the astral plane.
Subscribe to my Darkly Venus channel on YouTube or visit my blogs for further episodes and for updates to this series. I also have on YouTube excerpts from Benhayon's audio recordings, my video talks on the business model, and my video, Unpacking Esoteric Breast Massage.